Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to explain to you about the rights issue and we'll also discuss the recent Reliance Rights Issue which was announced on 30th April 2020. Before going into the intricacies of rights issue, first let us understand the purpose of a rights issue. A rights issue is a way for a company to raise additional capital. In general, a company can raise capital from the public in three ways. First one is initial public offer or the IPO. Number 2, rights issue, and number 3, follow-on public offer or the FPO. The initial public offer or the IPO is issued by a company when it is getting listed on the stock market for the very first time, whereas the rights issue and the FPO are used by listed companies to raise additional capital from the public. In a rights issue, a listed company usually reaches out to the existing shareholders to raise the additional capital and is generally a preferred method compared to the FPO, wherein the listed company needs to get capital from the general public. We will discuss the FPO in some other video. For today, let's just confine to the rights issue. We will first start with defining what is a rights issue. A rights offering or a rights issue is a group of rights offered to the existing shareholders to purchase additional stock shares in proportion to their existing holdings. So, from the above definition, we can say that the basic necessary condition that you have to fulfill if you are to avail the rights issue issued by a listed company is that you should be a shareholder of the company which is issuing the rights as on the record date. On what basis the rights are going to be allocated? The company may announce a specific ratio as per which the existing shareholders can buy the additional shares. For example, a 1:4 rights issue means the existing shareholders can buy one additional share for every 4 shares that they hold. The most important aspect of a rights issue is that the additional shares that the existing shareholders get are usually issued at a discounted price compared to its current market price. For example, Reliance has announced a rights issue in the ratio of 1:15 at a discount of around 14% on the market price as on 30th April 2020. What does this mean? This means that if you are a shareholder in Reliance Industries Limited, you can get one additional share for every 15 shares that you hold at the discounted price. Suppose you have 60 shares of Reliance Industries Limited as on the record date. So how many additional shares can you get? You can get as many as 4 additional shares at discounted price if you avail the rights issue. Okay, this is clear? Every rights issue will have some key timelines like record date and subscription period. Record date will be the cut-off date used for deciding the shareholder status. Once the record date is decided, the company will announce the opening of subscription for rights offering during a specific period known as the subscription period. During this period, the shareholders can take part in the rights issue. So what are the advantages for shareholders participating in a rights issue? The advantage for existing shareholders availing rights issue is that they could grab some additional shares at a discounted price. This is obvious. What is the advantage for the company who are going for the rights issue? The advantage for the company going for a rights issue is the simplicity the whole process offers to raise funds from the existing shareholders. Instead of going all out to acquire funds, the company can simply turn on to their shareholders to raise the funds. What will the company do with the funds raised from such a rights issue? A company can use the funds raised from the rights issue either to reduce the debt or for capital expansion or to buy another company, etc. What are the disadvantages for a shareholder participating in a rights issue? The major disadvantage with rights issue for a shareholder is dilution of their shareholding. So we need to understand the dilution here, dilution of their shareholding. What does this mean? For example, imagine that you are a shareholder in a company which has 100 shareholders. Each shareholder has a 10% share in the company. So that means you own 10 shares in the company. Suppose the company issues 100 additional shares. However, you chose not to get any additional shares. Now, what happens to your shareholding pattern in the company? What happens to your shareholding percentage? Now there are 200 shares instead of 100 shares and you just own 10 shares out of them. Your new shareholding will be just 5% compared to the 10% shareholding that you enjoyed before the issue of additional shares. So your shareholding has come down from 10% to 5%. So this is the dilution that we are talking about. However, investors do not mind this dilution if the capital is used for the growth of the company, because ultimately it is the growth of the company that will drive the returns for the investor. Now we will come to the Reliance Rights Issue. Reliance Industries Limited has announced the rights issue on April 30th, 2020. As I said earlier, Reliance has offered 1:15 additional shares at a discount of 14% to market price. Why they are doing this? Because they want to raise an additional capital of 53,125 crores of rupees. And this amount is by far India's biggest rights issue offer. Why is Reliance doing this? Simple answer could be to reduce their debt levels. RIL has a net debt of around 1,53,132 crores of rupees. The recent Reliance Jio Facebook deal has brought in some 43,574 crores of funds for the company, and Reliance is targeting to be a debt-free company by the year 2021. Hence, the company is looking at all avenues to reduce the debt levels. The Facebook deal and the current right issue together could clear nearly around 1 lakh crores of rupees debt for the company, and this will go a long way in achieving their debt-free goal, which is set forth by the company. So if you are an existing investor in Reliance Industries Limited, what should you do? You have three options. First one, you can go and subscribe for the rights issue. Number two, you can sell your rights to someone else. Number three, you can ignore it completely. The choice is yours. Second point needs a little bit elaboration. I'll explain it here. What is selling rights to someone else? Your rights can be traded. That means in case if you are eligible for additional shares under the rights issue, you have the option to sell your rights to those who need them and make some money, and this is completely allowed. Now, there can be some questions coming to your mind, like what will happen if the actual price comes down below the issue price even before the closure of the issue. So in such a scenario, the common sense is that it will be better off to purchase from the open market instead of going for the rights issue. Now, as such, a 14% discount and 1:15 additional shares rights issue may not excite small investors like you and me, but the high net worth individuals and other institutional investors like those big fund houses, etc., would most likely to be willing to pitch in. Anyway, as I said earlier, the window for subscription period has not yet been announced by the company. So when the issue opens up, I will make a separate video on how can you actually take part in the rights issue process through your broker or through ASBA in net banking. That's it for today's video. If you have any queries regarding the rights issue, please feel free to post them in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon to get notifications about our new videos. Thank you.